everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. It is almost Halloween and I'm literally so freaking excited. I'm going to be filming looks all week long, so remember to subscribe, hit the bell in the top right corner so you can be notified whenever I post. I'm going to be coming up with a lot of really fun looks in the next week, so stay tuned. For today's video, I came up with my take on Lava Girl, if you guys didn't already know. Obviously, Lava Girl is from a movie and she has a costume and, you know, it looks nothing like this, but this is my take if I looked like Lava Girl and ruled the lava world. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, it's actually pretty easy. Then keep on watching. Okay guys, jumping right into the goods, we're going to be blocking off half of my eyebrow because I'm going to do the latex lava over half of it. So I just want to protect my lovely brow hairs. I'm just using a glue stick and going over top of that with some translucent powder. Next, I'm picking up some latex. Me and latex have a love-hate relationship. I may or may not be allergic to it, but that's okay, it's all worth it. So first I'm just gonna lay a little bit down on the side of my face as a base so that the other latex has something to adhere to. I am also using a paintbrush that I don't really care about because usually latex ruins brushes, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna kind of lay down a base, and it's really important that you blow dry the latex on your face. There's nothing worse than layering latex that is already wet because it's really going to irritate your skin if there's wet latex underneath the latex you're putting on top. So just make sure you have a blow dry handy if you're doing this look at home. So now I'm picking up some Kleenex, dipping it into the latex, and just kind of forming little balls and then sticking it to my face. This process was a little bit strange. As I was doing it, I was like, does this look good? Is this gonna look like lava? I have no clue, but that is the benefit of trial and error being a makeup artist, because it actually turned out looking pretty cool. So if you're doing this process and you're like, I have no clue if this is coming together, don't worry, trust yourself. It's going to come together slowly but surely. I'm just kind of building up different size rocks, if you will, on the side of my face. And I'm trying not to make it so perfect that they kind of have a more organic look. Especially if you're going to wear this look out, I really want the latex to adhere to each other, so I'm going to kind of go in with that paintbrush and just kind of fill in any gaps so that everything is almost like one prosthetic piece. And I'm going to build another piece of lava on the other side of my face. This one's going to be a little bit smaller, but I'm just doing the same steps as I just did. Just building up different size rocks and securing it with my lovely, very liquidy, dripping latex. Next up, time to make this look come to life. I'm just gonna first do a foundation so I have a nice base and you can't really see the white from the Kleenex. So I'm going into my Nars Radiant Foundation. I'm doing a lot of foundation because I want my face to be super full coverage. And I'm just gonna work this all in with a kabuki brush. Concealing my lovely bags, I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is super full coverage, so if you guys have bags, you need to check out this concealer that everybody raves about. And then, of course, I'm just going to buff this in with my beauty sponge. So I picked this sponge up from the dollar store last week, not knowing why I was getting the sponge, but then when I was doing this makeup look, everything came together with this sponge, so that just goes to show, trust your instinct. So I'm using my Mayron Aqua Color, and I'm dipping into the gray and the black, and I'm just pouncing this on top of my rocks, and I actually think that this effect is so wicked because you can see the detail underneath, so it kind of gives it more texture and looks more authentic that it is actually a rock. So take your time with this and just build it up slowly but surely. It's going to come together. Going back into my Mayron palette, I'm picking up a red mixed with a little bit of orange, and I'm just going to kind of fill in where the lava would be if it was a real lava, and I'm just really taking my time in building this up. I found that the more layering I did, the more of a pop that it really looked like on camera. So I'm kind of doing a layer, letting it dry, then going back in with an orange and kind of just layering and getting it exactly how I want it. So that is kind of the basic steps, and now you can kind of take it from here, get creative, do whatever you think looks good. I wanted to grunge and rough this look up, so I'm going back into that sponge and just kind of dirtying up the area. I wanted it to look like the lava was really coming to life and dripping off my face, so I'm just extending the lava up, down, and sideways on my face and just kind of give this some more texture. I absolutely love how these Mehron aqua color water paints are performing. They're literally so pigmented, so I feel like the drips look super authentic. Okay, moving on to the boring stuff, but it has to get done. So I'm using my ColourPop Brow Pomade, and this was a little bit difficult because I only have half a brow, but just take your time. It's gonna be okay. Moving on to bronzer, I'm using my MAC Gimme Sun Bronzer, and I realized that bronzer is a little bit difficult when you have lava mountains on your face. So be careful when you're doing this. I'm just kind of bronzing up my forehead and my cheeks, but there's not a lot of free area to bronze up, so you can totally skip this step if you guys want to. Since I'm doing a smoky eye, we have to make sure we're protecting our lovely foundation and concealer, so I'm just going to lay down a little guard with a translucent setting powder. Then I'm going to go into my Carnival palette by Be Perfect Cosmetics, dipping into that neon orange, and I'm just going to start buffing this right into my crease and really layering this in. So whenever I buff something into my crease, I just kind of do back and forth motions. Picking up my BoxyCharm Times Pure Cosmetic palette, I'm just going to dip into that black shade, and with a tiny packing brush, I'm just going to start packing this onto my eyelid. Whenever you do a smoky eye, you want to make sure that the blend in your crease is just so seamless, so I'm really making sure that I'm buffing out that crease so it has a really nice blend. So my camera died after this for like 5 minutes, but I did grab a gel liner and smoke out my lash line and then pop a orange in my waterline. Next, moving to this Buxom Lipstick, I'm just going to pop this onto the lava areas. It's a really, really bright neon orange, so I wanted to give this lava a little bit more color. I have no clue what I was thinking in this very moment, but I just grabbed the sponge and didn't think and just went haywire. But it actually kind of looked cool. It's definitely more grungy, and I don't know, you can leave this part out. I kind of like it. I wasn't thinking when I was doing it, but I think it kind of adds to the look. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I'm using my MAC Cosmetics Power Kiss lipstick in the shade Shock, and I'm literally obsessed with this formula. It's matte, but it's super, super like hydrating on the lips, and I love the color that this is. I'm obsessed. You guys should try it out. I think that they're launching really soon. This was the first time that I tested out this formula, and I love it. Also, my camera died, as I was saying a little bit ago, so I went ahead, popped on some lashes, smoked out my bottom lash line, and popped an orange in my waterline to really help the orange accent come together. Last but not least, we are going to highlight with the areas that we can. This is the ColourPop Highlighter Palette. I really, really love this highlighter palette, and I'm going to highlight the usual areas. So here's the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and maybe this gave you some inspiration for Halloween. And I know from afar this looks kind of crazy, but when you actually break down the steps, it's actually pretty simple. It's cool. And whenever I'm doing like Halloween makeup looks or creative makeup looks, things that I've never done before, I've never seen anybody do this before, so I literally was just thinking about it in my head. And sometimes when you're starting to do something, you're like, oh god, what the heck is going on? Like, I have no clue if this is gonna look good, and either you take it off and restart, or you just keep going. And at the beginning of this makeup tutorial, I was like, is this gonna look awful? Like, I have no clue what this is gonna look like. And as I started to do the makeup, I was like, is this actually coming together? This actually kind of looks like lava. I really like this. So that is my tip to you, to just keep on creating and doing your makeup. Sometimes the beginning looks a little bit funky, but it's a work of art and it takes time to create your masterpiece. So I really hope you guys try something super fun out for Halloween. Remember to subscribe down below, follow me on Instagram, and thank you guys so much for watching. My birthday is also on Thursday. If I don't get this video up by then, I probably will get this video up by then. So I'm doing a huge giveaway on my Instagram, juliatiannadxox, so head over there to enter. Good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.